for God is for me. Hello, Michael here, looking at Psalms 56, specifically verse 10 through 13 for the exposition. This psalm may be subtitled, In God I Trust. Let's go ahead and read those 4 verses then. Verse 10. In God will I praise His word. In the Lord will I praise His word. Verse 11. In God have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Verse 12. Thy vows are upon me, O God. I will render praises unto thee. And verse 13. For thou hast delivered my soul from death. Will not thou deliver my feet from falling, that I may walk before God in the light of the living? And as we go to look at the exposition, let's go ahead then and read verse 10 again. In God will I praise His word. In the Lord will I praise His word. So Spurgeon exposits. In God will I praise His word. Now comes the thanksgiving. He is a wretch who, having obtained help, forgets to return a grateful acknowledgement. The least we can do is to praise Him, from whom we receive such distinguished favors. Does David here mean, by God's grace I will praise Him? If so, he shows us that all our emotions towards God must be in God, produced by Him, and presented as such. Or does he mean, that which in God is most the object of my praise is His word, and the faithfulness with which He keeps it? If so, we see how attached our hearts should be to the sure word of promise, and especially to Him who is the Word incarnate. The Lord is to be praised under every aspect, and all His attributes and acts, but certain mercies peculiarly draw out our admiration towards special portions of the great whole. That praise which is never special in its direction cannot be very thoughtful, and it is to be feared cannot be very acceptable. In the Lord will I praise His word. He delights to dwell on His praise. He therefore repeats His song. The change by which He brings in the glorious name of Jehovah is doubtless meant to indicate that under every aspect He delights in His God and in His word. Verse 11, that reads, In God have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do to me. The exposits. In God have I put my trust. This and the former verse are evidently the chorus of the psalm. We cannot be too careful of our faith, or see too sedulously that it is grounded in the Lord alone. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Faith has banished fear. He views his foes in their most forcible character, calling them not flesh, but indicating them as man. Yet he dreads them not. Though the whole race were his enemies, he would not be afraid now that his trust is stayed on God. He's not afraid of what they threaten to do, or much of what they cannot do. And even what is in their power, what they can do, he defies with holy daring. He speaks for the future, I will not, for he is sure that the security of the present will suffice for days to come. Verse 12 that reads, Thy vows are upon me, O God. I will render praises unto thee. And he exposits, Thy vows are upon me, O God. Vows made in his trouble, he does not lightly forget, nor should we. We voluntarily made them, let us cheerfully keep them. All professed Christians are men under vows, but especially those who in hours of dire distress have rededicated themselves unto the Lord. I will render praises unto thee. With heart and voice and gift, we should cheerfully extol the God of our salvation. The practice of making solemn vows in times of trouble is to be commended when it is followed by the far less common custom of fulfilling them when the trouble is over. Verse 13, it reads, For thou hast delivered my soul from death. Will not thou deliver my feet from falling, that I may walk before God in the light of the living? And he exposits, For thou hast delivered my soul from death. His enemies were defeated in their attempts upon his life, and therefore he vowed to devote his life to God. Will not thou deliver my feet from falling? One mercy is a plea for another, for indeed it may happen that the second is the necessary complement of the first. It little boots that we live if we are made to fall in character by the trusts of our enemies. As live to be bereft of honor, and fallen prostrate before my enemies, that I may walk before God in the light of the living, enjoying the favor and presence of God, and finding the joy and brightness of life therein, walking at liberty, in holy service, in sacred communion, in constant progress, in holiness, enjoying the smile of heaven. This I seek after. Here is the loftiest reach of a good man's ambition, to dwell with God, to walk in righteousness before him, to rejoice in his presence, and in the light and glory which it yields. Thus in this short psalm we have climbed from the ravenous jaws of the enemy into the light of Jehovah's presence, a path which only faith can tread. What a reassurance. What a peephole into our God, to understand that he's not slack concerning his authority. Well, trust you enjoy the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.